I had a great day today. Really had good competition all spring. It's been back and forth, and so to come here on a day that it culminates with a crowd and a little bit more game-like situations, I was pleased with our guys' effort. I thought, probably played as efficiently as we have most of the spring. Guys making plays. But now the next step is guys got to finish up strong on finals. They start up. They've got reading week this week and then finals after that. And really, we've got to make some growth between now and in August when our players report. So they know that. I really like the culture of our team right now. I think Coach Wilcox has done a tremendous job of building that. Our staff has followed his lead, and so have our players. So our guys know the challenge ahead of us, and I like where we're at today. So with that, any questions?
I'm going to ask you about that culture. Even from the sideline, you can see the defense rallying around each other, getting excited for each other. You appreciate it when they kind of do that?
Absolutely. I want our guys realizing that it's not just about them individually, it's about us. And when someone on defense makes a play, get excited. To me, defense is about that little kid that goes out and breaks toys, and to me that's always been my mentality, and it's fun. And to have guys get excited about those kind of things, the guys that want to build things and make it perfect, they're probably an offensive lineman. The guys that want to tear it down are defensive guys.
We saw Cam Good, as we've seen a lot of the spring, make plays. How good has he been this spring?
He's made a significant jump from the fall. I think he's done a really nice job in the offseason training. He's put on some good weight. He's really become an effective edge pass rusher for us. He does a tremendous job in coverage. He just makes plays. And in this defense, as an edge guy, he's got to be a guy to be highly productive, and thankfully he is for us.
We talked a couple weeks ago about Rusty Becker and his leadership aspect, but he produced a lot more today. How's it to see that?
He's had a couple practices now where he's had some really good production, and it's fun to see a guy a year ago when we first got in here. To be frank, I didn't know if he was going to be a guy that was going to be productive for us. He was a guy that you watch some tape, and he was an average ball player, but he's really become inspired. He's really worked hard training-wise in the offseason. He's changed his body, and I think he feels great about himself. He feels great about knowing the defense, and when you can get to that point and you've trained your body, now it's about making plays, and he's having fun out there making plays.
Coach, it seemed like the secondary today did a solid job. Obviously, in the 2-minute drill, Ray caught a couple passes down the middle and stuff. How would you assess the team's performance today in terms of the secondary?
Well, I think today our guys really did a nice job. All spring, I think our guys have made strides. We haven't been as consistent as I'd like. We gave up a couple seam balls today, and we got to get that fixed. But that's not always on the secondary. We got to get a rush, and we got to have some underneath guys, dropping in the windows where they should drop. So it's not all on those guys. But overall, I think the secondary should be a strength of our team. We've got some good ability out there. We've got a little bit of depth out there, especially when we get guys like Elijah back. I really like the progress that the young guy made. Chiggy, he's come in and competed right away, and he reminds me of a lot of where Elijah was at this point a year ago, where we knew, hey, this guy's raw, he's got a lot to learn, but he's going to be a player for us, and he's got the length that is, a defensive coach you really like.
You guys this spring talked a lot about kind of taking the next step for each guy. For CO individually, what's kind of next for him this summer in training camp? What kind of jump would you like to see from him?
Well, I want him to go through, he didn't play for us last year, so those guys, they're scout team players, they're trying to get our offense ready, and they're not really focused on what to do assignment-wise. He made some strides this spring learning what to do. For him, it's about confidence. He's got a lot of physical ability. And now he's about where Rusty was a year ago, not quite sure exactly what to do. He's going to grow into being a really good player, and we saw it as it progressed this spring, starting to play with more confidence, and he's got the physical ability. Now just put it all together.
How are you feeling about the evolution of the defensive line as a whole? What strides they made this spring?
Well, I like where they're going. They have worked extremely hard. I think Coach Tuioti does a tremendous job with them. He gets these guys playing extremely hard. They know what to do. They play hard for each other. And I think it's a direct relation to how he coaches them. And we've got some guys that have some experience like Luke and like Rusty, coming back. Chinadu, it was good to see him out there the last couple days because he'd been dinged up early. We've got to continue to develop some depth there because we're just not deep enough there with healthy bodies right now.
Were there any of the younger guys who kind of jumped out at you otherwise?
Gabe Cherry started to flash a little bit the last couple days. He didn't play today. He got banged up in the practice yesterday. But it's been mostly the older guys, and then I think CU's starting to make some strides.
Coach, in the past few seasons, offense has kind of overshadowed Cal football, and it's always been like the face of Cal football. Is it motivation for the defense to try and make a name for themselves as opposed to limiting that shadow?
Well, I don't know if it's in relation to the offense. We want our guys to feel like we're competing to be the best defense in the Pac-12. And one of the advantages we have being here is I think we've got a tremendous offensive coaches. They give us so many things that we have to prepare for, and we've got really good skill that we've got to deal with. And so we get a chance to practice against high level, and that's what pushes you to be better. Our guys take a lot of pride in trying to be a great defense, which gets them up early in the morning, working hard, watching film, doing the extra things. And we know we have to against our offense, or we're going to get embarrassed out there.
You guys been dinged up on the defensive side of the ball a little bit this year, but see guys like Garen, who even from the sidelines is very involved, and Elijah. Do you like seeing that?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's very indicative of this culture that we've got a bunch of guys that love being part of this team, love their teammates, love the game of football, and so they're passionate about guys making plays, and they get excited when guys do good things, and they're involved, even though they're not out there physically doing it. They're learning. They're helping coach. Garen's a really, really bright football player. Elijah understands it very well, particularly for a freshman. So it's fun to have guys, even though they're dinged up not playing, involved.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Some individuals and share a couple